So this is my methodology, and it's basically our entire 24 hours. So what we're going to do is we're going to do one at a time. And again, I'll just get you to be a bit more interactive, and we'll go a little bit deeper about which each one means. So the physical. So what do you think physically affecting your sleep? Sorry?
Pain.
Pain, definitely. Stress.
Sugar levels.
Sugar levels. Coffee. Melatonin. But what would affect melatonin?
Menopause, puberty, or whatever.
Any hormonal changes? Yes? Yeah? Anything else?
Physical activity you're doing?
Physical exercise, yes? Or the lack of?
Outside influence like alcohol.
Alcohol, yeah. Food, obviously. That's when eating habits come into the picture. Most of the people have a big dinner, so it's harder for the body to digest it. Therefore, sometimes we find it harder to go to sleep because our body is still working on dinner. Anything else? Medication. So if any of you are taking any medication, that could be one reason that your body is not quite functioning the right way. Emotional. So how does emotions affect our sleep, and what kind of emotions?
Stress.
Stress?
Anxiety and nervousness.
Nervousness, yes. Anxiety, definitely.
Overthinking.
Think of emotions behind that. So it could be the happy, the joy, sad, the anxious.
Excitement, definitely.
It can be feeling of loss. So if we lost someone, and it could be just losing a friend. It doesn't have to be death. It could be losing a friend that you might have fallen out with. It could be maybe at work, someone said something about your work that you are now worried about, or you're not sure how to fix, and so on. So work pressures come in. The next one is social. So how does our social life affect our sleep? Alcohol, definitely. Staying out late. Technology, absolutely. Our social life has moved very much online, a lot more now. Anything else? And the kind of pressure we might feel from friends to hang out with them when we're tired. Are we brave enough to tell them, or will they be understanding that, we're just really going through a tough time and we really just need to rest? That was one of my biggest problems, because I love people. I used to go out all the time. And obviously it affected my sleep because I just wouldn't say no. And I think when we're going to work life, obviously we spend so much time at work that we do want to hang out with our friends and our family. But what are the boundaries? Spiritual. Some people shaking their head. What does that mean anyway? So what does that mean, spiritual?
Like you've got a ghost living in your bedroom.
Yes, could be. Don't laugh, it's true. Some people do. So ghosts, or things that you can't explain. Let's maybe work with that. Things that you can't explain. They might not be ghosts, but things that you can't explain that are happening. What else? Yeah. Yeah. Supernatural. Sorry, I need to repeat. And it could be religion. It could be as simple as our beliefs. What do we believe about our life? It could be, am I good enough? Or anything around that sort of spiritual side, where how I would explain the easiest is our sense of harmony and peace. And that's internal, and that could be external too. And often this is relating to our beliefs. How peaceful are you when you go to bed, close your eyes? Are you always fighting against something, either physically, tiredness, Or mentally, things like, am I in a place in my life that I want to be? So think of those kind of things as well as spiritual. It doesn't have to be woo-woo and, one end is up with the fairies and then the other one is religious. Anything on that scale. And I'm not wanting to be disrespectful. I do both understand the sides. But anything on that range of knowing yourself and being okay with who you are and how you are. Intellectual. So how does your intellect affect our sleep?
Having no brain cells.
Having no brain cells. We all have some. Yeah. Or less or more.
Overthinking, like inability to switch off if you're constantly like.
Yeah, overthinking again. Yeah, absolutely. Have I achieved enough today? Is there anything that I might have made a mistake with? Anything else? This could also be your drive to succeed in life, your drive to learn, your drive to improve, and constantly looking for the next thing, rather than perhaps being okay with what's going on right now. And a lot of the times, the intellectual part is the bit that stops people to be able to fall asleep. Because I want to do more, but have I done enough? Environmental, that's normally the easier. So let's talk about environment. How does your environment affect your sleep? And what would be the elements?
Fresh bedding. It's always easier to sleep in fresh bedding.
Fresh bedding. Sorry? Noisy neighbors, or just noise generally, yes. Temperature. Light.
Time of year.
I was going to say about noise.
Noise as well, sorry?
Time of year.
Time of the year, definitely. Tidiness. Hay fever.
Environmental.
Yeah. Outside environment, yeah. Anything else?
If you've got entertainment in your room, so a TV that's left on or a computer, for instance.
Or now mobile phones.
If you've got the bed to yourself.
Yeah. Sharing a bed with someone or with no one. Either can be a problem. Brilliant. Would you like to share that? Yeah. So those are all the things environment is. So think of your bedroom itself, and even smaller, think of your bed. Is your bed comfortable? Your mattress, your pillow? Is your duvet too hot or too cold? The bed linen again. And then you look at the bigger one, which is your bedroom. How cluttered it is. What kind of furniture you might have. Do you have too much furniture or not enough? Sometimes pictures, especially for those of you who are visual, pictures can have a really big impact. Bringing different memories back into your life when you're going to sleep or going to bed. And those can be obviously positive or negative. And then you look at your flat or your house that you live in. You might be sharing with others, family members, so on, different neighbors. You might have animals. So animals will come into your space as well. And then you look at your outside the house environment. Is it a busy road, trains going past? Is it hay fever related? You might be near a park or trees or so on. The quality of the air. Obviously, we can't control everything, but some of those things you can change. Like, for example, smells make a massive difference when it comes to relaxation, because your body will physiologically actually react to it. So having a nice smell, and that's one of the reasons I put a little sample. We'll use that a little bit later, because your brain will react to it. And if it's a nice smell, it will actually make you feel good. That's why a lot of us would choose a certain perfume when we buy one, because we like it. It makes us feel good. And again, darkness, definitely. And then occupational. So how would our occupation affect our sleep? Stress? Is there any managers in the room? Oh, he's in the room. Oh, can you go out? Anyway, let's be as open as we can. So stress, definitely. Pressures at work. Working hours, yeah.
Overtime.
Overtime. By choice or because you have to?
Bit of both, to be honest.
Be honest.
Be honest. You know, it does help because if we can get some things out, then they can help you with it. So often it's being able to communicate those problems and the needs so that your employer can support you. What else? Workmates. You either like them or you don't. Uniform. Yeah. Targets. Uh-oh. I don't think they'll ask me to come back again. They are all important. Teamwork, or the lack of. How supportive are your colleagues and your team?
Stability of your role as well.
Stability of the role, yeah. Obviously, work can change, and more jobs seem to be changing and possibly going, or we're not sure what the future holds. That can be that. Career progression can or the lack of can affect it.
Self-entitlement and achievement.
Self-entitlement, achievement, great ones. Okay.
If I'm working 8 hours 7 and 4, team school for my husband and my daughter, and then I've got bedtime and all that. Like, as soon as I go in bed, I think about things that I haven't thought about through the day, like what I'm going to cook for tea next day, or if I've done like stuff for school and things like that. So if I don't write a list, then I can't sleep. I just think about it.
But that is a good way to be able to switch off. We'll go into switching off a little bit later, so hopefully I can add more. But yes, it's transitioning between work to home. Can you? And a lot of the times we hear about work-life balance, right? I put a twist on it. It's work-sleep balance, because if you're not sleeping, you're actively engaging and working on something, whether or not that's personal things or work. You're actively doing something. You're living your life. So instead of looking at 9 to 5 and then 5 to, 7, 9, 10, whatever your structure is, think of it as a 24-hour and think of it sleep versus your actual life.